IsraDiva live? Yes! Okay, but there is one thing that I need to do, which is to close the music. Shalom, everybody! Welcome to IsraDiva live! The problem is that my screen. Okay, but there is one thing that I need to do.
Can't hear you.
Oh my God. Okay, can you hear me now?
Ben, you're on mute also. Sounds like you're.
Shalom, everybody. Welcome to IsraDiva Live, Season 2, Episode number 1. Now, this is a celebration. This is a celebratory episode because it is the first episode of Season 2. Can you believe it? We've been down the road of one full season, and now we're starting fresh. We're starting new. Chadash, dandash, bonboniera. All in all, this is episode number 8. Now, we have two very special חמודים שלי guests on the show. Yes, חמודים שלי. So we have two very special guests on the show. You can tell they are very Israeli looking, very handsome young men. And they are very interesting. They are Israeli Americans, born and raised in America. And they are childhood friends. They grew up together. Welcome to Ben Vardi and Adi Siboni. Everybody clapping your hands and cheering. Ben Vardi and Adi Siboni and Ben Vardi. Yofi. Now, of course, it's always a pleasure with especially handsome young men like yourself. Now, we have 60 seconds to introduce ourselves to the show. We will start with Ben Vardi. Go! You are wasting your 60 seconds, Ben Vardi.
My name is Ben Vardi. Currently 22. I live in the greater area. I was fortunate enough to go to the DMs of IsraDiva, as well as my friend Adi. And ever since I kept touch. And I love the relationship, where it's heading, and hopefully this podcast just get us to the top.
That would be wonderful. Short, concise, quick, and to the point. And now, to the right, welcoming Adi Siboni. You have 60 seconds. Yo.
Thank you for having me. 21. It's been a pleasure knowing you these few years. What else? Everybody says. Here to spread awareness. You have to say, ma'am.
That would be wonderful. Well, thank you so much. That was your 60 seconds. You did a wonderful job. Clapping our hands and cheering. So on the first segment of the show, I want to talk about a very interesting subject, culturally and socially. It is about hybrid identity. So what's happening is Adi and Ben are both second generation Israelis. Their parents came from Israel to California to make it big in the country of freedom, in the beautiful state of California, where they work in real estate. Am I correct? Construction, plumbing, real estate.
Yes.
I have no occupation at the moment.
Okay, when we're speaking about your parents.
Oh, my parents.
If you were to listen when her speaking.
If you listen when I'm speaking. Well, so the interesting...
The voice just sounded hypnotic.
Thank you. I do tend to get that. Is it ASMR it's called? It's saying a relaxing ASMR voice. Anyways, חמודים שלי. Well, okay. Either way, so you're second generation Israelis and you grew up together. So how long have you guys known one another? Is it through your parents who were friends, or did you become friends in school? How did it work?
I think our first real interaction was at Laughlin.
No, we met through Sofim.
Like Sofim didn't really like talk.
So I guess our first interaction was that we Laughlin, yeah.
Well, here in the chat, by the way, it's saying that it is echoing. There is an echo. Is there less of an echo now for everyone, or is someone playing me in the background by any chance?
Echo.
I'm good.
Everyone's echoing, or just you?
No,
I'm not sure.
Everybody.
So we should ask if you still hear the echo, everybody in the chat
Everyone
room.
in the chat. Everyone in the chat. Let us know.
Let us know so we can fix the technical difficulty.
No, apparently it's only me and you, Ben.
Well, it's on Shoshana for having shitty production.
It's echoing only when Ben and Adi are talking. Adi and Ben are echoing. Shoshana is not echoing. Adi and Ben are.
Do you think it's because of the AirPods?
Maybe. Let me try something.
How about now?
Yeah, how about now? Niv Kanon, who the fuck is Shoshana, is not a relevant question because we're focusing on the technical difficulties. Stop חמוד שלי. Are we still echoing or no?
I don't think so.
Is it better?
Is it better? Somebody? So that we can continue as planned? Still. They say still. אלוהים ישמור. אלוהים ישמור.
I don't befriend Dariel's girlfriend over there still.
אלוהים ישמור. Why in the world are we echoing? I'm not sure. Well, is it legible? Is it understandable when they speak, or is it completely?
No.
It's been a while since Shoshana.
It's been a minute. Well, we're going to continue to trying to do this. And tell us if it's understandable when Adi and Ben speak. If it's completely not understandable, we will have to start fresh. Start anew.
Texting us that it's like not working.
Fuck.
Her ma'am.
They say it's legible, like it's understandable. Oh, shalom, מי זה שם ברקע? Hello.
It's my production manager.
Okay, everyone's saying go ahead as programmed. So we will continue. I love your nails and your bracelets, whoever you are.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Is it better now?
I think so. I don't see a difference.
Well, I will continue as planned, and that will be all. So, you grew up together and you met in the Tzufim?
Yeah.
Very nice. And how old were you when you met in the Tzufim? The Tzufim, for our non-Israeli audience members, is like the Boy Scouts.
Of Israel.
The Boy Scouts of Israel. So that's where they met.
No. It's not set.
Does it sound better?
We will wait for the chat to answer if it sounds better. But interesting, so far we have found out that Adi and Ben met in the Boy Scouts of Israel called the Tzofim, for everyone who doesn't know. Now, I want to know where your parents are from, each of you. So take turns. Whoever wants to start first, say where in Israel, which city, which area your parents hail from, and when they came to California. Tell us the origin story.
My parents are both from Haifa, Chalmed. My father moved here when he was like 28, and my mom's been here since she was 16. So, I've met.
My dad and his parents moved here when my dad was 12. He went to high school here.
Why is he muted?
Why are you muted?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Echo.
Okay. Am I supposed to say how they met or just when they came?
When they came.
Okay. Well. So my dad came when I was 12, and then in the year 2000 he came, and then I was born.
In the year 2000, your dad came?
Yeah, technically.
Okay, so you were born in 2000?
Yes, sir.
So your dad, ma'am. So your ma'am, it's ma'am. So your dad came 9 months prior. Is that correct?
Yeah, 9 months prior.
Okay, well that would be wonderful. Hi Carrie, hi Crystalline, Shalom, everyone, all of my good friends are here in the chat. Oh, Carrie, darling, is the echo horrible or is it manageable? Because I don't know how to fix it and it's making me feel vulnerable. It's manageable. They say it's manageable, so we continue. Okay, so that's wonderful that you guys' parents came to California, and your parents came here with money, with less money. Did they make success here in business? Tell us a bit about how they make successful, because you both look like you're living in big bird houses.
I think. Well, my mom moved here alone after she met my dad. So I think my dad's parents, they weren't poor. I think they were a little. They had money, you know, decent life.
Okay, so they were amidim. They were good middle to upper class.
Yeah, I would say middle class.
Okay.
You know.
Not sure. My dad was so he had the
a military background in the Israeli military. Wow.
So Navy. So
wow.
Yeah, Navy for 4 years, and I think I don't know. I'm not sure. My mom came here alone when she was her father was battling sickness.
Wow.
So came here. So yeah. I don't think either money.
So it sounds like they came from humble backgrounds, both of your parents, and then they came here. And did both of your parents get into real estate?
Well, I have a stepfather. So he's the one that is in construction.
He does construction. Okay, stepfather. And now is the stepfather Israeli?
Israeli. Born here. He came straight.
Now, I noticed that you have beautiful blue eyes, Ben Vardi. Who do you take after, your mama or your papa?
Mama.
Wow, so mama coming here to America with her blue eyes, and the stepfather is now in the construction. And this is a beautiful story. Now, how is it growing up with both identities, Israeli and American, because both of you were born in the U.S., is that correct?
Correct. He's on mute. But he was also here.
Oh, so Carrie in the chat says mute 1 minute at a time and see which one has the echo. Now, I think she's referring in terms of the men to our guests, Ben Vardi. And it is Siboni, because I, of course, am 100% female. See, right now I heard an echo, so maybe it's Siboni that's echoing. In any case, well, how does it feel to be Israeli American? Did you feel different growing up, or did you always go to a Jewish Israeli community? Or were you ever the odd man out, the one whose parents had the accent and, is from far away and you feel different and ethnic?
If I'm being honest, that'll be different on my child growing up.
So you never felt brown, ethnic, less than, not as important?
No, I felt more.
Okay, and what about you? Did you feel brown?
Brown.
Well, Israelis are separated into two categories. The first is Ashkenazim, which are Israelis that come from Europe. And we are the ones that are more, I would say, intellectual, cultural, in academia. We like to eat dry bread and drink milk. We are very light-skinned, and we don't do well in the sun. And then we have the brown Israelis that come from Iraq, Iran, and other places in the North Africa and the Middle East. And so I wanted to know, because both of you are of the brown, Morocco, kind of Israeli background, did you ever feel brown growing up?
Well, I'm Turkish, I'm not brown.
Turkish and Iraqi, that's quite brown, but okay.
Plenty, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So, I never felt American, but then I go to Israel. So I'm like too Israeli for American.
Too American for Israel. It's the hybrid identity. I understand what it's like. Now, Siboni is a Morocco last name, right? So you do a lot of the chaime, the fish and the spicy from the North Africa.
No. You got it wrong.
Oh. Ma'am. Yes. Where are you from? People tend to confuse me for a Maureen. I don't know why.
I know. It's hard getting used to the world and everything that's going on.
So you say that I was got it wrong. What did I get wrong?
What?
What did I get wrong?
I'm Egyptian, Turkey.
Oh, I also have Egypt in me. Very, very nice.
I'm not
Okay, so it's less of that and it's more of the rahat lakum. And the hummus food. Okay, very nice. Alexandria or Cairo? Cairo. Okay, for me it's Alexandria. A little bit more civilized. So, moving on. Segment number 2 is about our hobbies and our interests. Now, I'm going to tell our viewers what I know about our wonderful guests, other than the fact that they're a charming, handsome young man. Adi, if you follow him on Instagram, is very into cars, vehicles. It's always a vehicle this, vehicle that, vehicle this, vehicle that, Ferrari, Ferrero Rocher, cuckoo. Okay, and Ben Vardi.
This is not a chocolate.
It's a chocolate. Now, Ben Vardi, on the other hand, is into music. He's a DJ. He does DJ. You remember Madonna? I don't know if it's before you were born, but she said, DJ, make the people come together. Yes. Hey, Mr. DJ, put the record on. So this is Ben Vardi. So other than this, can you tell us more about your hobbies and interests? And maybe you can both tell us about the cars and the music because we want to hear.
Adi has been I can speak on Adi. He's been golfing a lot.
Yeah. Golfing?
Yeah. He's been a driver. He's been going to shooting range a lot.
Wow, so you do shooting, golfing, and driving.
Yeah. That's all he does.
Okay, so all that Adi does is shooting with a gun, golfing, like the game of golf, and driving his vehicle. That's all he knows to do.
Yeah. I recently retired.
Ah. It sounds like a retiree's lifestyle, indeed.
Pretty much. Ben, I'll speak for a bit. Ben has been producing a lot of music that we can't really show right now. We're gonna save it for the end of the stuff.
Okay. Oh wow! I heard a little bit sneak peek over there in the background.
But you know,
we're not that excited. You know,
we want to learn more about you. I think.
Yeah.
My hobbies and my interests.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm very interested in cultural theory. Are you familiar with the Frankfurt School Theater in Adorno?
Can I actually pause this first? Can I know what a diva is?
Absolutely.
What do you consider a diva?
That is a very poignant question. So I'm all about female empowerment. Now, a diva is a woman who uses what God gave her and the beautiful feminine traits that we were blessed with in society, which traditionally made us more weak compared to the men, which is we have to put on the makeup and we have to always be in the kitchen and all of these things to please the men. So it's almost afuch al afuch is how we say it in Hebrew. It's opposite on opposite, where we take in
Is that not transgender?
I'm sorry?
Is that not transgender?
Wait, the transgender takes the diva quality and appropriates it to make himself feel as if he's a female. But for us, sexually female, I was born female. So for those of us that were born female, the ones that consider ourselves a diva, we are the ones that exaggerate these components that make us feminine. It's a hyper femininity. So I like to putting on my makeup and I like to sitting with my girlfriends in the cafe in Tel Aviv and go party and talk about sex in the city. And I like to put on my scarves and I like the mascara and the long lashes and the dancing and the going out in the Mediterranean Sea and all of that. And it's very pleasant to do. Now, it's a political statement as well as a personal statement. Personally, when I'm a diva, what I feel is I feel empowered. I feel that I'm a spectacle, that everybody looking at me. I am the center of attention. And I feel very good about myself, but I also feel politically that I do a fuch al afuch, and I turn around the misogynism and the history of the men telling us, you are a woman, go to the kitchen. You make me my chraime. You. And I do a fuch al afuch, and I say, no, I will do as I want. And you, boy, little boy, are not my boy, you are my toy. And I will do with you as I say, and I'm the one in control. Okay, so that's how I am diva. It's a very poignant, good question.
Interesting. What do you identify as?
I identify as a 62-year-old woman from Tel Aviv, Israel, upper class. I like cultural events. I like going to a bima, the theater, teatron, and to see a lot of cultural events and enriching my life. What?
What do you identify as?
Oh, in terms of my profession?
Oh,
Gender.
Oh, female. What do you identify as?
Slash.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Sorry.
Can you repeat that, please?
I said
Oh, pin, slash is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for me, it's her, hers, she, her, just the regular. And what about you, Ben Vardi? Are you female? Are you male? Are you in between? Are you, how do you say, binaural? Binary. Non-binary.
Non-binary, yeah. I think Ben might be asexual.
So I classify as transparent.
Transparent as what? You are transparently straight, transparently gay, transparently bi, transparently male, female?
Transparent. Model. Just transparent. I think I have sexual.
Why do you think that is? Is it the chemicals that they're spraying on us from the sky, or are you not a conspiracy theorist?
Conspiracies? I could ask you about conspiracies.
Okay, go ahead.
So what's the picture of you on Epstein's Island?
Me on Epstein's Island. Well, Ehud Barak was personal friend with Epstein. You know Ehud Barak, right?
I think so.
Now, Ehud Barak is Israel's former prime minister, and he living in Migdalei Yokra, in Tel Aviv. He actually has moved ever since. And he was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein's. Now, my husband, Yossi, did business. He did a sakim with Jeffrey Epstein. So because of that connection, you caught me. Yes, you caught me in the paparazzi pictures on the island of Jeffrey Epstein. I cannot deny it. I was there. Yes, I was. But I did not partake in what him and Ghislaine, Ghislaine Maxwell and him, they raping and they doing horrible things to those young women. So I did not partake in any way, shape, or form.
How did Yossi feel about everything?
Yossi, we're not really in touch. Yossi having his own things he's doing. He's in Israel most of the year. And when he's back here, we're having an open relationship. We've already gotten used to the fact that I cannot help my sexual urges, and I get very sexual with young men. You know, the pool boy who works at our house in Westlake Village. I get sexual with him. And so when Yossi comes here, back to California, we don't really talk. We're not on talking terms. It's just once in a while. So I have not asked him how he's feeling about Jeffrey Epstein.
And I have another question.
Ken Hamud Shali.
How do you feel about the whole what's going on, Adi?
Sorry?
What's going on?
No, I think he is signaling something with his eyeball.
Cross-eyed. Like, I don't know.
I was gonna ask, how do you feel about the whole abortion thing going on?
Is Adi tripping on shrooms? Abortion, I think that Roe versus Wade was a very important thing that maintained the freedom of a woman to choose. And I'm against this Supreme Court decision to take us back many, many years. I do not think that it is murder to have an abortion. And now you're going to see all these young women that are going to do self-abortion. They're going to say, I abort, and they're going to stick some sort of stick up there, you know what? And it's going to be very dangerous. And I think it's very dangerous. What?
I don't know what.
Wait, I think it's referring to the oyster.
Yeah, I say we change the subject.
Yes. So now we can talk about an interesting subject, which is our names. So I will start with Shoshana. Shoshana Yaakov. Shoshana means rose in Hebrew. So you know a rose? Shoshana means rose. So technically my name is Rose Smilanski. What does Adi mean? What does Ben mean? What does Vardi mean?
I think my name means jewelry.
Jewelry, like a jewel?
I think. I don't know.
So you shine bright like a diamond.
Wow, you're funny today.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think my name is Siboni.
It's like a female's name. Okay.
Either way.
Yes, I have a female cousin named D as well, so I know exactly what you mean. And what does Vardi mean? Vardi Milshon Vered? Milshon Vered, which Vered in Hebrew mean?
So how is it growing up for you?
Beautiful. Soon we will get to the recordings. You know, let me just be honest with all of my audience here. Ben Vardi is a very, very talented DJ. הוא מדג'ה, והוא מאוד מאוד talented. And he having me as a guest singer on his singles. Eat My Oyster was the first, and the second, I forget the name, but it was some kind of weird compilation. Mykonos, right. And it was very good music. So before we end this stream in about 10 minutes, we will play the music. Oh no, it's not too soon because we have to keep our videos in under 1 hour. So, but it's okay because we're having a lot of fun. Maybe we can pull it even longer. We'll see. But what we do now is we actually you asking me what it was like growing up for me.
Yes.
Sure.
Oh, I think the answer was actually yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's fine. Okay, moving on. So growing up for me was very, I have to tell you, okay, I'll just be honest with you. Growing up was not easy. You know, I thought that I was rich my entire life. And then when I was 16, my parents lost all of our money. There was a really bad downturn economically. And after growing up very wealthy, all of a sudden I having to be much more, down to earth. And so I could no longer put on my makeup, and I could no longer go to the beach because I having to get a job. My parents told me, Shoshana, you have to get a job because you and your sister, I have a younger sister, having to go and work at the workplace. So this is what I having to do. And it was no longer happy, fun and joy. It was much more suffering. And one day, I remember in the Bet Cafe where I was a waitress, there was a young man who came over and he told me, young lady, I have an offer for you. I am a talent agent and I have a very good offer. You seem like the type that has a good voice for singing and for radio. And he took me on. His name is Didi Harari. He's friends with the Prime Minister Yair Lapid, who also comes from media. He was our Prime Minister in Israel now. Yair Lapid is actually from the multimedia business. He also had a talk show and a television show like I having right here, right now. And he told me, come and be a radio host. And so he made me famous in Israel. And that's how I started to become celebrity status. And the host that I am today, I have a radio talk show called IsraDiva Live. And I go on television and I give interviews. You can find me on Instagram at IsraDiva, where I'm uploading my fabulous, rich lifestyle. So I was able to make my own money and to become again from middle class all the way back up to upper class once more. And that was a very difficult time for me growing up, thinking that I lost all my money. Other than that, growing up was nice. I had many sexual escapades. Now, before we continue, I do want to ask both of you about your sexuality. Okay, Adi Siboni. I know that you have admitted before, and this is controversial. So here's a scoop for everyone. Adi Siboni, thinking that transvestites are sexy. Some transvestites are sexy. I want you to tell us about that. Go.
This is the first time I'm hearing this, but
it's from your own mouth.
Listen, I follow some traps,
Oh, tell us about that. What, in Thailand?
You can say that. Nikita Dragon.
Uh-huh.
You ever seen her? Or him?
No, who's that?
Her? Check it out later.
Nikita Dragon. So also you were sexual with Nikita Dragon, who is a transvestite?
No. Yeah.
Wow, it's not a shame. As long as you thought that she was female, there is no shame. If you thought she was male, if you knew she was transvestite, shame on you. But if you only thought that she was normal, then it's fine.
I think it's about what's on the inside.
Wow, you're so politically correct and up with the times. Are you Generation Z?
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that explained it, because you are so tolerant and all about the binaural sexualities. Okay, Ben Vardi, what about you? Are you bisexual, or asexual?
What were the first words?
Bisexual, asexual, or asexual?
I don't even.
What?
Acai
sexual. So this is mean that you're making love to acai bowls?
Do you live in LA or are you currently?
I'm in Westlake Village.
Oh, okay. Last time I spoke to you, you were down south.
Oh, down south is where I have my vacation apartment, but most of the time I'm in Westlake Village in my mansion.
Well, if you know around Sida,
Ubatuba. So you fuck the Ubatuba.
I go to Ubatuba to get extra condensed milk, like to the brim.
Condensed milk, it's a consistency of, okay. Delicious. That's what important food. So acai sexuality. Today, a brand new scope. Adi Siboni is into transvestites, and Ben Vardi is acai sexual. What a wonderful scope.
Ripe acai.
I personally like it very much. So before we end, I want now to switch.
How many genders do you think there are?
I think that there's two genders. There is male and there is female, and anyone thinking in between is delusional.
Case closed. Case closed.
Case closed. Yeah.
Case closed. So before we end, I now go to playing music. So now we're going to play the hit single by Shoshana Smilanski featuring Ben Vardi, DJ Ben Vardi, who is in charge of production, called Eat My Oyster.
That's the original title, but if you go on SoundCloud and try to find it, it's called Oyster Balaganim. Find my friend's account. Lil E, also known as Bio. Lil E is my creative associate. We do some together. And,
I love Little E. He is Noi Bayov's brother.
Exactly.
They are both very handsome with their blue eyes.
Yes, fine. In the meantime, I'm Mykonos.
Hoppa! Oh, I like this very much. Making me shake my butt day.
Well, you need to show us.
Someday soon. Yes, I will show you Sadie, but another time, not today. Sadie is my pussycat. My pussycat. Oh, that is the one with autism?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, that's our friend. Avi.
He's the one that had a crush on Michael.
Yeah.
Wow, this is like a club in Berlin, in Mykonos.
Yeah.
Wow, what a drop! It dropped and it made me happy.
I think we should steer away music because we got some more questions.
Okay.
I know. Ben had a few questions. He wanted to ask you.
Yes. Go ahead.
So now, being 60, how old? Sorry,
62. I'm forever 62. Last year I was 62. The year before 62.
So being a 62-year-old upperclassman in Tel Aviv, how are you dividing yourself?
Westlake Village.
Half Westlake Village, half Tel Aviv.
Half. Both areas are pretty expensive. So
Well, my husband Yossi does business with in Israel we have only a limited number of families that have in the 1%. And so this is Strauss, and this is Sherry Arison of Arison Carnival Cruises, and it's Chaim Saban who did Morphine, Power Rangers. Power Rangers is by Israeli Chaim Saban. So my husband is very strategic. He knowing how to do business only with the Israeli 1%. So only I'm sorry?
He wasn't too strategic with you.
Oh, excuse me. I don't know how to respond to that. It was just a little bit under the belt.
Yeah, the low blow.
So, yes. So, by the way, Carrie Bridges says, IsraDiva, just wait until you listen to this playback. It is surreal. Can you have these guys back another time? See, you're getting a lot of liking and good attention from the chat, which very much love you. Okay. Wait, my husband do a lot more a lot more business with all of those people. Now, I on the side, I have to tell you, I do, how shall I say, adult films. So, yes, I am an adult film star.
That's great. OnlyFans.
On a Pornhub, OnlyFans, you can find me playing with my old stare on all of those websites.
Right.
Yes. Now there is many fetishes. Are you familiar with fetish world? Okay, so you like to smell feet?
I like other things.
Okay, you like the smell of the feet?
No, I like earlobes.
Earlobes. Earlobes are sexual. You know, it's a lot of nerve endings.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I've actually done research on the smell of feet, of male feet. And so the male feet, the smell changes according to race. So black African-American male feet smell like cacao and poop. Hispanic male cacao, yes, and poop, fecal matter. Some sort of combination of the two smells. Hispanic male feet, if you go up to some Hispanic outside of the Home Depot and you ask to smell the feet, they will always smell like cheese. Like vina, tzuba, always yellow cheese.
Why do you assume outside of Home Depot?
Well, it's just an example of where to find a Hispanic person. And if you smell a white person's feet, a white male foot, it always smelling like white vinegar and cheese.
Interesting.
Yes. And this is the fetish world. So I myself got into the fetish of feet. And a lot of the money that I have coming in is from foot fetishists asking me to put whipped cream on my toes and stick them in front of the camera and say, lick it, eat it, and smell it. Exactly. Can you show us the foot again, Ben Vardi? It's beautiful. Oh, wow. That is beautiful. Are you turning a DC bunny on with a foot fetish?
You can't.
Earlobes.
Like this.
How do you think Ben Vardi smell?
Yeah. My more.
You're a combination of vinegar and cheese and rahaglakum.
You'd be like cow and Bulgari.
Are you a Bulgarian or are you?
No, I have emek in me.
Emek cheese, yes, I like it. I like all of it. Well, I have to tell you that this was a beautiful, exciting day. Before we finish, please play us Eat My Oyster.
Why you rush?
Yeah. Like invite us to a pod.
You will come on episode in the future, in the very near future. It's just that our audience have attention deficit disorder, and we like to cater it under an hour.
Well, how many people are viewing?
We will see that. We will see later because I cannot see how many people are in chat at the moment. Actually, I can. There is 17 people.
Okay, so you're letting 17 people down right now, and I don't think that's a very good host.
I don't think so.
Respect the host.
I think we deserve another 10 minutes.
Okay, so for these 10-15 minutes, I'm going to let you guys take over. Because I myself am going to take a little bit of a break. I'm still here, but I will let you take over the show. So now we're doing a transformation, and Shoshana Smilanski is giving the power over to her two guests right now.
Okay.
Ben. Let me know if you're using these.
Yeah. I don't like Joe's.
It's a peanut butter stick with jelly.
I know. Anyway, let's see what the live chat looks like. Carrie.
What do you overall think? How do you think that went?
I'd like to get more from her. But I don't get my.
I agree. She was being very considerate.
It's okay.
Well, Carrie is asking if you can sing and harmonize with your echo. Carrie, did you figure out which of them has the echo? Is it Ben Vardi or Siboni?
She hasn't figured out who's who. I don't think.
You can say, is it the one in the white or the one in the blue?
You got a lot of compliments, Shoshana.
That would be wonderful.
It was wonderful. When you got I thought you left.
No, I'm still here. It's just that we've changed the roles. So you are the one who is dominant and I am recessive.
Isn't that usually how it is between us?
I love you so much.
I love you, Daddy. I don't know. I wasn't expecting this. Okay, I have a game.
Okay, a game. I like games.
Let's play fuck, marry, kill, Shoshana.
I like that. Okay,
I don't know what it is. Teach me how to do it.
I got you. I'm gonna give you three people. You're gonna have to decide to fuck them, marry them, kill them.
Okay. Also, sounds like fun.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Static.
Fuck.
Benel Tabori.
Fuck.
And you know that one guy on the show with the big eyebrows?
Fuck.
Yeah. No, you can't all of them. You have to choose which ones.
Okay, fuck Benel, marry Static, and kill Aaroni.
Damn.
Why? But you don't want him to cook for you?
I'll tell you why. Benel, have you ever seen how he does that solelet? Utsolel. He goes deep into a trance, like with his eyes wide open. So I don't know if you've noticed it, but it's like he's sleeping with his eyes open when he's on panel. For the non-Israeli audience members, Benel and Static are musicians, and they also judge music shows in Israel. So what's happening is Benel, the one I want to fuck, he always goes into this kind of waking sleep. Now, I have a sleep fetish. I like it when the man that I'm with is very sleepy, tired. So I choose to fuck the one that always falling asleep with his eyes open because of my fetish. Now, Static, who is his partner in crime, he is much more wholesome. He sings, you are a beautiful girl, and he's more romantic in his vibe. So he's the one to marry. Israel Aaroni is some old fart with very large eyebrows, and I'm not into any of that. So he might kill. It doesn't matter how good he cooking. It doesn't matter how good he in bed. He look like shit. He have thick eyebrow, and he old. Not for Shoshana Smilanski, thank you very much.
Okay, I'll give you another one.
I have one.
Fuck, marry, kill. Omer Adam.
Kill.
Eyal Golan.
Fuck.
And Kobe Peretz.
Why'd you take off mine?
Okay, can I switch?
Right.
Okay, I want to fuck Kobe Peretz. I want to kill Omer Adam, and I want to marry what's his name, Eyal Golan.
But Eyal Golan is.
Eyal Golan what?
Is
Is that true? He's a rapist?
that not what happened?
I'm not aware because I don't follow brown culture.
But
Okay.
I have one for you.
Yes.
21 Savage.
I'm not familiar.
Low got it? Yeah, I figured. Ben, you go.
I'm like trying to think of people relevant in your life. Okay. Elizabeth Warren.
Ew, disgusting Indian. Kill.
Hillary again?
Who? Oh, goodness gracious. Can I kill two people?
What about Bill?
Fuck.
Alright, so kill, fuck. I don't.
Yes. Well, now you should ask each other the questions.
Alright, give me one.
Okay. Yeah, Shelvia.
I don't know who that is.
She's very sexy.
Okay. Emily Ratajkowski.
Fuck.
Sky Bree. You gotta wait.
Okay. Alright.
Sky Bree. And then Natalie Portman.
Kill Natalie. Marry Emily. Fuck. Guys. It's too easy.
But Natalie is our Israeli gem in Hollywood. She's our Israeli pride and joy.
Yeah, but she also lives in Palestine, so care less.
You know, Carrie in the chat room is very pro-Palestine.
Fuck Carrie then. Palestine.
What about you? You want to give us one?
Yes, Dana International.
Fuck.
Okay.
Are these all divas?
Yeah.
Nicole Reitman.
Which one is that?
She's the wealthy oligarch's wife, the wealthy Russian Israeli.
I know. Mary.
Okay, very good choice. And Panina Rosenblum.
Don't know who that is. That's disgusting.
Well, we should talk about the Palestine-Israel conflict for a second, so I'll tell you. Carrie grew up listening to the Palestinian-only narrative. Only the narrative that the Israelis are the offensive ones that kill babies. She literally thinks that we kill babies on purpose. And she says, I love Palestine, okay? And I tried to explain to her that Israel is not all bad. Israel wants peace. Israel is happy. And Israel is nice and pleasant. And Israel, no, please don't make her leave. She's a very good friend.
She needs to chat. How's she gonna say I love Palestine in the chat full of Israelis?
But I love Carrie.
But Carrie doesn't love you.
Listen,
your name is Diva, not Ali Diva.
No, I'm IsraDiva. Look, I want a two-state solution. I think both peoples should exist at the same time, but of course the ones that want to blow us up, they cannot coexist with us. And Carrie didn't know that before. She didn't know that there was violence on both sides. She thought it was only Israelis that were violent. But now I think she knows that it's both sides.
Carrie is just uneducated.
She says yes, so we educated Carrie. She says yes. Carrie has a big heart. I have to tell you, Carrie is a beautiful single mother from, I won't say from where, but she's from the United States, and she's beautiful, and she has a big heart, one of the biggest hearted people I've ever met. And it was a cognitive dissonance for me when I found out that she was very anti-Israel. So I wanted to understand, why do you not like us? And she told me, you guys are the oppressor and you kill babies. And I explained to her more of the actuality, the reality, the balanced view, and now she's understanding more.
Okay. Well, since talking about this, we lost viewers.
Oh no!
So Carrie doesn't want to get bullied.
I don't want to bully Carrie either. She said she's not anti-Israel.
Okay, good. Good. Very good.
Well,
so are you happy about the last? Are you happy with the last 10 minutes?
You had some other say, Ben.
Yeah.
What were you thinking of saying?
Yeah. Who? Elad? Hold on, I have a guess.
Oh, there's a good guess you like Isra.
Oh, there's someone who come over to say hello on the camera?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be upstairs in a minute.
He's here.
Is Elad your puppy dog?
Sort of.
Puppy dog.
Shalom Elad! Everybody welcome Elad! Clapping your hands for Elad! Beautiful boy!
Hey.
Hi!
What can I see?
Tell us, who are you?
Who is this?
This is Shoshana Smilanski, חמוד שלי, אתה מדבר עברית? איזה יופי, אני ידידה מאוד טובה של עדי ושל בן, ומאוד נעים להכיר את החברים שלהם. מי שחבר של עדי ושל בן הוא חבר שלי אוטומטית. נעים מאוד. And for the non-Hebrew speakers, this is Elad. He seems to be an Israeli man, and he seems to be a friend of Ben Vardi's and the Sibonis. I've never met him myself, but I must say that he's quite wonderful. Now, in the background of a D, I see a beautiful young lady. Hello. Go. You can wave hello because you are on the camera. Go. I wanted to ask you who you are and if you're wishing to participate.
Where?
Right in back of you, she's wearing a Pikachu outfit. Oh, it's a Japanese outfit with a Pikachu anime.
Shoshana, have you Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, what is Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh. It's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, Carrie, Elad, Carrie says hello.
Carrie?
Carrie. You know Carrie?
Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. Elad, say hello to Carrie. So, Elad, tell us about yourself. Where do you come from and what do you do in life?
I come from my dad's balls, as all people.
Good point.
So, your dad came?
Yeah, my dad also came in the year 2000.
You have a lot in common.
Yeah.
When did your dad come?
Gary loves Palestine? Gary, whoever you are, I don't like you.
No, listen, Carrie wants peace. Carrie wanting peace and she loves all people.
You made my love you.
No, like. Thank you.
Elad, I notice you have a company logo.
Around February of 1999 or December of 1998.
Okay.
Where were you deceived?
Where was I deceived? I think you mean conceived. Yeah.
Conceived?
I was conceived inside of my parents' closet.
Okay.
That's what they told me. I asked them when I was a kid, where did you have sex? I wanted a romantic story. I wanted them to say the beach or, the mountains or while in a picnic or while in a beautiful 5-star hotel. But no, they say that they have sex in the closet and that's where I was conceived. Deceived. I was deceived in Israel.
Palestine.
Yes, it was. No, it was not Palestine at the time. It was already Israel because Israel was formed in 1948.
Wait, what?
Israel was founded in 1948, and before that it was the British Mandate of Palestine. Now, Ben Vardi said that I was conceived in Palestine, but I told him that actually I was conceived in Israel because I was born after 1948.
Me too.
Very nice. Carrie's asking whose closet I was conceived in. I believe it was my parents' closet, Carrie.
Were they renting this?
I don't know all the answer to these silly questions.
Was it a walk-in closet or what?
They were not rich, so it was probably a piece of shit, tiny space.
What city?
Isra.
Yes.
Do you have any sort of degree?
Yes, I have a bachelor's in communication and a master's in culture and society.
Wait, your name is Shoshana.
It's Shoshana, but I go by IsraDiva because I'm a diva from Israel.
So what are those degrees? Is that what you want to do on a daily, or is that before you retired?
Well, now that I have a lot of money through my husband Yossi, I don't do much. But I do like to invest back in society, in the weak, the non-profits, and the people who are struggling. There's a lot of people who get coronavirus, and never recover.
Isa, can I ask you something?
Absolutely, Elad.
Can we hear more about Yossi?
Wait. That is a very controversial subject because he and I are not exactly on speaking terms.
I'd like to know about what Israel's done society involving COVID.
Well, about 4% of people that get the SARS virus, they get post-viral fatigue. And Adi Siboni has been text messaging me saying, be more funny. But now I want to be not funny, okay? I want to be serious. So, on a serious note, 4% of people that get the SARS viruses, which COVID is a part of, they never recover. They develop post-viral fatigue. 1% of those people that develop a post-viral fatigue never recover from the fatigue, and they develop a chronic, lifelong fatiguing syndrome where they feel like they have the flu. It's called MECFS. It's a very serious subject. It's called myalgic encephalomyelitis chronic fatigue syndrome. And the people that get it, they never come out of bed, and they are bedridden, and it's very sad. So what I do is I contribute money to the Stanford Genome Technology Center, where they do research on how to cure this disease. They're looking for a biomarker, and Professor Ron Davis, who is doing the Stanford Genome Technology Center direction, is finding a biomarker for this disease. So I give a lot of my money and time to fundraise for Professor Davis to solve this disease. So that is the answer to your question. Does that suffice? Is it sufficient?
Yeah.
Good.
Let me think of any other questions. Any movies you've seen recently like?
Well, this is where we end our show. And no.
Isra.
Listen, it's 59 minutes and I have OCD. We need to finish on the 1 hour mark. Yes.
Shoshana.
Yes.
Do you mind ending the stream? I would like to talk off stream.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for being on the show, everybody.
You.